Hello, Internet, and welcome to Nerd Break, the podcast where we take a break from life and nerd out about our favorite things. I am your host, Joseph, and joining me this week are two of my best friends in the entire galaxy, Zombs
I have a 4-leaf clover.
and Moxie.
I ain't got squat.
Okay, then. One has a clover, and then the other one has a tabaxi named Clover.
Yes, my tabaxi named Magic Clover. We might paint it.
One is real and one is
Yep.
inanimate.
Pics, or it didn't happen.
I got the pics. I got the pics all day long, boy.
So how is everyone doing?
Show
this
me.
I will after the podcast. How has everyone been doing?
Fantastic.
Zombs, you're always fantastic.
Somebody has to be in this world.
I mean, yeah, he's got a point.
So is that a real four-leaf clover, or is that a rubber one?
I like how his response is just shove it into the camera.
That is not helpful in the least.
No. I mean, it kind of is helpful. We get to see it up close.
And it looks like
Not
rubber.
personal.
If it was rubber, I wouldn't eat them.
You eat clover?
I thought, you could, put them in your cooking or something.
Oh, you mean cloves.
Moxie,
Oh.
you better keep your tabaxi away.
You're gonna eat my cat. Oh, good job. It's a serval. Have fun with that.
Is it a house cat?
Definitely not a house cat. Definitely not. Have you ever seen serval cats?
No.
Again, I'm gonna link you some pics after the podcast because you kind of need to see this.
Because indoor animals you don't want to eat. Those are
No,
not
but
healthy.
these things are definitely outside. They're wild unless they're in a zoo. They're in captivity, but that's another story.
Are we going to share this other story, or what are we doing? How about let's go around and talk about everybody's weeks. Broseph, how was your week?
Amazing idea, Zombs. I'm glad you're the one who came up with that.
Thank you.
Leader as always.
It's who I am.
I'm intrigued that you're actually letting me go first for a change.
Are you going to sit there with a goofy smile, or are you going to tell us about your week?
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, I have been playing the games, watching the TV, playing the more games, and
Is the TV on when you're watching it?
yes, Zombs.
Is there anything on the TV? Is it like Little Nightmares 2 and there's just static?
Oh no, there's things on the TV. There's things on.
Is there a lady trying to crawl out of the TV?
No, there is one of your TV though over there, Zombs. I can tell you that right now.
She got out like
It'd
2
be a
nights
waifu,
ago.
if anything, for him. Waifu coming out of the TV.
Among the games though that I've been playing, I am still playing through Hyrule Warriors. I am still so close to beating it.
Well, you unlocked the monk.
Yes. That was actually, I was going to warn everybody for spoilers, but there
Hey,
is.
they won't know. They just know the word monk. They don't know.
Well, I'm going to actually go ahead and spoil it. So, for anybody that has played Breath of the Wild and doesn't want to be spoiled on one of the characters that you unlock in Hyrule Warriors, just jump ahead here a little bit. You actually unlock as a playable character one of the Sheikah monks. So you actually get to float around as this completely anemic guy.
He's
And
dead. You realize that. He is dead.
yeah, well, just like the big lady in Resident Evil, this guy, his special
Big
power.
lady.
Why bother? He can grow 10 feet tall.
I'm weak. I'm weak for good character design. Big lady.
I want to see this monk in action.
I got a sneak peek.
I will have to stream it for you, Zombs. after the podcast so that you can see the monk in action. He's fun, honestly. It takes a bit of effort and several quests in order to unlock him, but yeah.
But what have you been watching? You said you were watching the TV. What was on the TV?
Oh, just some comedy shows like the old Home Improvement show.
Oh, those are memories of a bygone time.
No, a lot of that stuff is actually coming back.
Yeah. Just give it time, they'll make a remake.
Oh, good grief, I hope not.
Just give it time.
But I did go ahead this Sunday and I recorded the next bit of the Nuzlocke. Got through the very first gym in Pokemon Sword. So I officially have a gym badge under the belt. Have not lost any Pokemon.
Almost did.
Almost did. To a stupid Pikachu that just kept spamming and healing itself.
You
So
you almost lost a Pokemon? How do you almost lose Pokemon? What do they die?
Explain. Yeah, you might want to explain to him.
per Nuzlocke rules, if a Pokemon gets knocked out in the course of any battle, whether it be with a random Pokemon, a trainer Pokemon, or whatever, that Pokemon has to be released back into the wild. So effectively, it is dead.
What game is this?
Just Pokemon Sword.
Not
So-
Pokemon Shield?
No, not. I don't have Shield. I have Sword. So
Okay.
okay, I'll back up a little bit further. Nuzlocke is self-imposed rules. It actually started as a comic strip way, way back in the day, where this Nuz guy has a Nuz leaf, and it somehow melds into John Locke from Lost, and from that we get the term Nuzlocke. And to not go further onto the comic strip, but just to stick to the rules here. Nuzlocke is a form of playing Pokemon games where you self-impose rules upon yourself to make it more difficult. The rules that I've self-imposed, outside of the first one always being that you have to nickname the Pokemon that you catch, and then if a Pokemon faints, you have to release it back into the wild. I've also made it so that I cannot backtrack to grind up the levels of my Pokemon once I've hit a next town or a next route. And then the other rule is that you have to catch the very first Pokemon that you encounter on a route. And if you do not, then you just cannot catch any Pokemon during that route. The next chance you have of catching another Pokemon is the next route that you hit. So it's very difficult, to say the least.
That sounds kind of boring, but
It puts a added difficulty onto a game that normally would be very easy without like any repercussion. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm very tired. But it just adds an extra level of difficulty on a game that just doesn't have many rules and you can't really lose at. This gives you a dangerous element of, oh, a little random Pikachu can, if it knocks out my starter that I just started with, went through the whole, game with, if it gets knocked out, I can't have it anymore. I have to automatically release it because it's like it's dead.
I was going to say, we talked about a possible Pokemon MMO that would be really cool to see. And I think those rules would be cool when you have like other people, like let's say the three of us go in like some starter zone and then we're just like harassing each other about these rules.
Yeah. This does add quite a bit of difficulty, though, to the game and an added level of tension. Because you could accidentally run into a high level Pokemon and then be like, oh, what am I going to do now?
I mean,
Run
imagine,
away.
okay, Zombs, imagine going up against a legendary.
Shoot it with a gun.
I like the way he's thinking.
I
but
mean,
good grief.
tempting.
In the leg. Don't kill it. shoot it with a gun, then go beat it with a bat
Hey, I
until it's
didn't
knocked
shoot
out.
my Thundurus that I got in Pokemon Go. That's not only shiny but perfect stats.
Well, shoot, Moxie. Why don't you go ahead and
Yes,
tell
I'm
us what
boasting a
you've been
little bit.
doing over the last few days?
Aside from catching Thundurus in Pokemon Go and it being a shiny and it being perfect stats, I mean, um, went back to painting some more minis, finished up Magic. Yes, my Tabaxi Rogue that I have in the Tomb of Annihilation, which, oh boy, that campaign was made to kill. So we haven't had our first death yet in the campaign. Close, close. But decided because we've actually gotten a few months into it, no one's died, especially my character, decided to go ahead and hand paint a mini. And it turned out amazing. Realistic serval markings and everything. I went all out on it. Um, I've been getting really good with the miniature paintings. So, and yes, Zombs, I will totally show you a picture of it. Might even do a video, just kind of a slow turnaround so you can see all the details. Other than that, Pathfinder was last night, and my half orc had to say goodbye to her lover. He was disintegrated, permadeath. Um, but it was kind of funny because even the GM was like, "Okay, after the session, we'll figure out we'll get your new character," and then somebody in the campaign actually figured out how to bring him back. And we're still like, how? You spent the entire fight figuring this out. How? We're kind of impressed. Um, but yeah, it cost a lot of like our supplies, what we had on hand, but it was worth it.
Did you use the Dragon Balls?
We totally used the Dragon Balls. Actually, the player of uh, Layla would actually approve of probably the Dragon Ball reference there. But aside from that, not much. Got back into Animal Crossing a bit, updated my island in preparation of possibly a video being done for this channel showing off the Animal Crossing islands now that we have a particular person in this group that has a card capture.
See, this is why, though, I have invested in certain pieces of technology so that we can capture wonderful moments, such as Zombs eating fake four-leaf clover,
I
You're a
mean,
fake.
yeah.
or Animal Crossing islands, or
Yeah.
other wonderful moments.
But yeah, no,
Wonderful
like
moments.
I think totally we need to do that where we have the Animal Crossing kind of island tours because we've promoted it on this podcast before and I've given out my dream address, but it's kind of more fun just watching people walk around and hitting each other with nets or hatchets.
I
I
try to
prefer
use the
hatchets.
hatchet.
Or
and
shovels. Can you dig
Shovels,
it?
yeah. But yeah, that was basically my week. Nothing much, just more tabletop gaming, and that's almost my life right now.
So, Zombs, since I've taken back control of the podcast, what have you
You
been
think
doing?
that?
I have
uh,
the power.
I have been watching Vampire Diaries on Netflix.
Hmm.
I
Still?
also, yeah, there's a lot. Um, it's my go-to, like when I run out of anime to see, such as like I've been keeping up on the Reincarnated as a Slime, Black Clover, um, Doctor Stone.
Yeah,
Still
I
want to
love
watch
Doctor
that.
Stone.
it's
It's
good.
really good. It makes science fun.
Yeah.
Uh, and I checked out this other anime called Violet Evergarden.
Oh my. Oh, there's a lot of pain with that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what I was expecting.
Oh, it's good.
Uh, so I met this guy at my work, and we were talking about anime, and he was like, "Yeah, watch this." I said, "Okay." So I watched. Well, right before I did that, I was speaking to my coworker, and she was like, oh yeah, I saw that. I saw the first episode. And the first night, like I saw half of it. The next night I saw the rest of it. And then I went back and I was telling my coworker, and my coworker was like, I only saw like the first episode, but apparently the girl is a robot. And
Yes.
I was like,
Or
okay,
cyborg.
I was like, you didn't see it. I mean, it's just her arms are mechanical. So yeah, I guess cyborg.
Yeah, cyborg
And
to me, that's what I equate it to because if it's got if there's robotic implants involved, um, not just prosthetic, but to the way of like anime, like that anime is, that to me is cybernetic. I could be wrong, but that's just my general definition.
maybe you could be wrong.
When
What
when
is
it's
your
done like that
opinion?
in anime.
What's your opinion on Edward Elric with his arm?
Um, that is purely prosthetic. Yeah, there's a really fine gray line, isn't there?
We're gonna have to have this. You know what? Let's do our 15-minute segment video that's separate from all this. Just you and me arguing about what we think is a prosthetic and what we think is a cyborg.
That's true. Yeah, I guess you could say prosthetic.
Wait a minute. I've seen a little bit of Full Metal Alchemist. I have an opinion too.
I don't want to hear it. So moving on. We
Yeah. Okay, leader, what's up?
okay.
Zombs,
What
what's
is
up?
it? What I'll let the brosive go ahead. Give us your opinion on what you saw. Which Full Metal Alchemist was it? Was it the original or was it Brotherhood?
I think it was the original, but
Okay.
ultimately they deal with alchemy. So his arm was transmuted into this metal thing, correct?
What? No, that's not what happened at all.
Moxie, is he being mean to me?
No, his limb literally got like ripped off, and that was the replacement that Winry made for him. So it is
Oh,
actually
okay.
a prosthetic. You were
Then
close.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, looking at it from a perspective of like, oh, I've never really, um,
Well, his
seen
brother
this
got
before.
transmuted into that hulking
Yes.
piece of armor
Yeah,
Yes.
because what they were trying to do to resurrect their mother backfired.
yeah.
See,
Yep.
I have seen some of it.
You know, I saw this meme on the interwebs on how what's a Disney movie? Onward had come out, and it's these two boys who are trying to
Yeah, that's a good
resurrect their
one.
parents through magic,
Yeah, heartbreaking
and
one.
and then they did the whole Full Metal Alchemist. They're like, we've already done this.
Yeah, I did approve of that. I was happy to see that.
It was pretty funny, and well, Violet Evergarden hit pretty close to home for me. I connected with the main character Violet in many ways, and the ending just didn't seem right to me. I hope that they do more. There is a movie,
I've seen the
and I need
movie.
to.
Movie
Did it
is better.
did it end,
Um,
or
yes,
did they leave it
from
open?
it it left it okay, it ended it, but it also left it open, but not in the typical way things are left open. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
there's some
actually does
vague
when it comes to anime.
I would watch it. If you were not satisfied with the ending of the quote unquote anime, definitely watch the movie. It's good. It made me cry.
I will watch it.
And I
I
don't admit that often.
I recommend it. Everybody go. It's a drama. There's
Mhm.
not really a lot of action. Maybe in like one or two episodes. Towards the end, there's some action, but
Yeah.
it. You know what? I kind of also get that Full Metal Alchemist kind of vibe from it as well. Like not so
Mhm.
much with the magic, but more of like in the setting, the environment,
The
the town.
designs,
Yeah.
yeah, the outfits and stuff. Yeah, I agree with you. it focuses more on the story and less on like flash, wow, bang bang action. It's more about like the
And
relationships and all that in the actual thing.
yeah, I can see why people think that the main character is like a robot because of like she has no emotions, but that
Yeah.
it's something that's picked up along the way. So I recommend it. Everybody who's listening, go check that out. And other than that, just playing some video games, picking up
Video
a lot of
games.
League of Legends where I can. If I'm not working or studying, I try to squeeze in like my weekly dose of anime, but a lot of stuff's coming to an end. I'll talk about that later.
Yep.
And uh, oh my, I have some unfortunate news for everybody.
What?
My Xbox Live time ran out.
No. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna play. Uh, I want to start off with Owlboy for the
Hellboy?
Switch.
Owl boy.
Owl,
Oh man,
you
I
know,
was like
hoot hoot.
one of my favorite Del Toro movies. No, actually, that's Pan's Labyrinth. What am I saying?
So
Rums, you will
yeah,
have to share what you think of said game.
I'm hoping to start this weekend.
I am sad to say that unfortunately it went to you in somewhat less than perfect condition.
It does look
Case of
like it's chewed up a bit. Do you
What
chew on
happened?
your game
no.
cases?
There was an unfortunate accident where a point was pressured into it, so there is an unfortunate
Oh,
blemish in the cover,
yeah.
which is a
It's
blemish upon
it's
my
okay.
sparkling record. Game inside's perfectly fine though.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good. It'll still work. It missed the game. Uh, Here, I got a funny story for you guys. I remember, so well, it's not me, but one of my friends in our younger days. He when GameCube was popular, he put the GameCube like he didn't have a case for it, so he put it in one of those clear plastic cases for CDs, and he put it in his pocket. And so he went to go ride his bike, and it was the sidewalk was wet, and this car came out, and he went when he went to go stop, he slid forward and he fell, and he immediately gets up and is like, "No, no, no, please, no!" And he opens up the case, and the GameCube disc was now in two.
Oh, rest in peace.
As someone who still has GameCube games, that just makes my heart break in two. What game was it specifically? Do you remember?
I don't remember, um, but I would imagine it was probably like oh, you know what? Actually, I think it was F-Zero.
Oh no!
That's
No!
hilarious.
I have not
Yeah,
played that game, but its legendary status is well known to me.
yeah.
So sad.
And that's just about. It's been a simple week for me. It's been a lot of work. I work in retail, and once a year we do inventory, and I have to
Oh,
help out at other stores. So we've just been doing a lot of prep for that. But
I do not miss those times. I used to work in retail, and I no longer do. I've got
yep,
an office job, so to speak, and boy, do I not miss.
and that's it. Just waiting on other anime to come out. Waiting on my weekly dose of anime to come out.
Well, with that being everything, I'm going to transition us over to the news.
The new.
Yeah.
And starting off, I did not realize this, but it is the 20th anniversary of the Mega Man Battle Network series.
You're a Mega Man fan, and you didn't know about that?
I know there's something entirely seriously wrong with it, but no, I did not know that. And Capcom has issued a statement where they are asking Mega Man fans for patience because evidently, had certain events not happened last year, there may have been an announcement to have been made this year.
Interesting.
Yes. The Mega Man Battle Network series, for anyone that does not know, was on the Game Boy Advance, and it took the Mega Man series in a different direction, whereas you actually had a online avatar, Mega Man, that you went around and defeated viruses. That was the main thing of the game. And it was fun. It actually, on the Game Boy Advance, somehow managed to spawn 6 mainline entries, of which half of them had at least 2 versions, and actually no, over half of them because it started with number 3. And it also had a spin-off title on the Game Boy Advance, and then a spin-off series on the Nintendo DS. So it was pretty big back then. But I am sad. There is some chance that this is looking like we might get a collection. If not this year, then possibly next year, which would be awesome because I love those games. And to have all of them on one cart would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. That would be nice.
Yes, it would. But for Zombs, going into our next news topic,
Uh-oh.
the Funimation app is officially launching on the Nintendo Switch.
Hooray!
There you go. You lost the Xbox Live, but now you got that.
Well,
It's
I actually do not have a Funimation membership. It is, you can watch stuff
That
for free,
actually
but
surprises me.
you just
You're
get
more of like
50
an anime
million
junkie
ads.
than I am.
Well, I have Crunchyroll.
well, this is already rolled out in the UK and Ireland, and more countries are yet to come.
Oh, so it's not even in the US of A yet?
Not just yet, but with it already being out in the UK and Ireland, the United States is more than likely not far behind.
Bound to
Oh, wait.
happen, like,
It
soon.
says that it has released already in the US and Canada in December, and I missed it.
Whoa!
Boy, I'm behind the times.
This is old news.
It's 2021, my friend.
But it's new news because it hadn't been in the UK and Ireland yet. So,
Oh,
see?
so there you go, UK and Ireland. I will visit you one day after this pandemic has decided to stop being in existence, and we will party and talk about anime at your local pub. If you want, if you want me to visit a really good pub, send us an email. Rosa, what's that email?
nerdbreakpodcast@gmail.com. Please forward it to Zombs and tell him how much you hate him interrupting me.
And do an addendum if you really want some brownie points. Say how much you love it.
And tell me of good pubs in England, the UK, and Ireland.
Indeed. Speaking of things, though, that are going away, Moxie, you tried to one up me by putting this out there. I know about it. It is rumored that the online storefronts for the PS3, PlayStation Vita, and PlayStation Portable will be shutting down this summer.
Yep. Which, honestly, I can kind of see why. We're on to a new generation of console, yada yada, but there's still so many that have the older consoles. I think this is a bad idea. But, that's just an opinion.
Honestly, this is probably a really bad idea, especially for the Vita, because even with the Switch being out there in Japan in particular, the Vita was still getting titles. That's how far along the PlayStation Vita lasted. It lasted forever.
Yeah.
So I still personally have a PS3. I have everything though that I want downloaded to it. So this probably won't affect me a ton, but all the games we're gonna lose access to. It's gonna be millions probably. That it's
Yep.
just gonna be a wipe.
It's a complete wipe is what it is. And again, I know why they're doing it from a business point of view. They want people to focus more on the newer generation, buy more things, more revenue, more games. It's all for the money. That's right. That's why they're doing it.
Money talks.
Yep.
Zombs, will this affect you at all?
Uh, no.
Okay, then. For anyone that is concerned about this, the rumor is stating that it's going to be happening sometime this July, August, so keep an eye out for more news as it happens.
I don't
Update
understand
as
why.
well.
Like, I get it. Like, sometimes, they want to release games digitally for like anniversaries and stuff like that. But then, there's a lot of other games that are older that were a lot of fun and have really good replay value. Uh,
Yep.
I don't know why they just don't make them so you can purchase them on the new systems, like digitally.
For Xbox, that would actually be a lot easier because they have an infrastructure that supports backwards compatibility much easier than PlayStation. Because one thing to remember, the PS3 was a very, very different architecture from every video game system we've ever had. They used them. They used a cell processor system, which, for reference, was actually used by the United States military at one point in time. They linked a bunch of PS3s together to make a supercomputer that was way more efficient than what they had at the time. It's a
Fascinating.
very different beast.
That
Moving
that's
along, though,
something. When you make something, for its intended purpose. Actually, I talked about this in Dr. Stone that they use science. Like, let's say, perfect example was dynamite. Whether dynamite was used for like mining purposes or construction purposes or war purposes, can maybe the PS3 was originally meant for war purposes,
I seriously doubt that, Zom.
probably. Just a thought.
Speaking of monsters, we have another Capcom anniversary, and Resident Evil is 25 years old now.
One of my favorite series.
So happy anniversary to another shambling zombie.
Hey, it's a good series and it's still going strong and I cannot wait to see the new one when it comes out. Not because of
I
Big
know.
Lady. Not just because of that, but it looks sweet.
But Big Lady is a big
But Big
part
Lady.
of that.
Big Lady is part of it.
Yeah, she's twice as tall as you, Moxie, so
I know. Well, that's not saying much. I'm tiny. Don't need to poke out, that I'm freaking small. You hurt my feelings, man. Ain't cool.
sorry.
Ain't cool, man.
You
Okay,
just,
she's not
as they say, travel size.
Yes, they say travel. Just shove me in a suitcase and I'm good. Make sure there's some air holes. I'll travel like a cat in the compartment of an airplane.
That you know what? At least you get to lay down, just go to sleep. It's hard sleeping, sitting up in those uncomfy chairs.
True, true.
one final joke at your expense. You would actually probably fit into Lady Dimitrescu's luggage.
Maybe, probably. I'm not gonna put that past that.
Well, something that I'm not going to put past anyone, because this is another wonderful news topic specifically for Zoms, who is probably not paying any attention.
Nope.
Niantic and Nintendo are working together
hmm
to make a Pikmin mobile app.
Ooh,
Oh, that's interesting.
that is interesting.
The development is actually being done by the Japanese portion of Niantic, I believe. And in the official Twitter tweet of this, it says, "What would it be like to have more fun walking Oh, what would it be like to have a more fun walking experience surrounded by Pikmin in a new mobile app developed by Niantic Labs and Nintendo coming later in 2021? Explore the real world and create memories with your Pikmin friends.
Is this app coming to the US,
It says it's supposed to launch globally.
including the US?
Yes, yes, that
Yes.
would be globally. That would
Well,
include globally.
sometimes a lot of people don't like to read the little fine print, and
This
it'll
is
say
true.
sometimes except the US, because they probably hate us.
I was correct, though, that this is being developed by Niantic's Tokyo Studios, the Japanese arm of them. And this will be the first game that they release since they were originally established in 2018. To add more to it, Shigeru Miyamoto actually made a statement himself saying Niantic's AR technology has made it possible for us to experience the world as if Pikmin are secretly living all around us. Based on the
Adorable.
theme of making walking fun, our mission is to provide people a new experience that's different from traditional games. We
It's
hope that
basically Pokemon Go, but with Pikmin.
we hope that the Pikmin and this app will become a partner in your life.
I
Yep.
like it.
Thought you would.
And with Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto himself, I'm excited. For those of you who didn't know, Shigeru Miyamoto, creator of creator of Pikmin, also creator of Super Mario.
Yep, yep.
One final note on this news piece is that in the tweet, you can actually pre register to show your interest in the Pikmin app.
Huh. Again, it's like Pokemon Go with Pikmin. So, I mean, depending on how they do it right, it's probably going to be good.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I am tempted to pre register. But at the very least, when this comes out, I am going to download and try it.
I
Me
mean, I
too.
would. It's a mobile game.
Yep.
I'm not fond of them, but the ones that get you up and active and moving, I do like them.
Thing is the secret is this. The more people that are interested in this and download it, the faster we get Pikmin 4.
Oh, so that's a stipulation.
That's the stipulation, yes. Moving along to other things that have stipulations.
I'm gonna get a Pikmin outfit, like a mascot, and run around.
Little onesie. Are you gonna get a onesie?
Yeah, with the flower on top.
Like,
Okay, maybe
yeah.
something with slightly different stipulations. Perhaps you both remember me talking about the Sega Astro City Mini?
Was it ugly, or you said it was ugly?
Not this one. You're thinking of the Capcom one.
Okay.
But this one is actually coming over here from Japan to the United States by way of limited run game.
What does it look like?
It's a little mini arcade cabinet with a little mini arcade stick and 6 buttons. Plays a bunch of different Sega arcade games. It's not super big, probably about a foot tall. I would, well, maybe 2 feet tall, maybe a foot wide. Looks really neat. $130. There are 3,500 units that will be available in English packaging through limited run games Friday, March 26th, till they run out. And I want one so badly. But it's $130.
Start saving up your money.
By the time that happens, they'll all be gone.
Go go get another job as an alias and get more money that way.
Oh, sure, Zombs, sure.
Your name is uh,
Broseph.
uh Joseph Joseph, like that.
Oh,
First
there's
name, last
how
name.
how original. How original there, Zombs.
That or it could be Negative Nancy.
Well, speaking of money, something that affects a lot of people is that there have been talks of Discord being acquired by Microsoft.
Mm. you know, this could be a good thing
Or a bad thing.
or a bad thing, yes. We'll see if Microsoft wants to share. I've actually had this conversation before with some people that, um, it's really easy to just connect with Discord. And you and I have played games together, like on the Switch with Discord. Um, and I mean, what's stopping that, like people from doing that and playing all these other games together and using Discord? Except now for it to be implemented into a console, maybe it'll be easier to connect with other consoles and stuff, assuming Microsoft shares. That would be the bad thing, is if Microsoft was like, no, it's ours.
Well, they would be opening their wallets to the tune of $10 billion to purchase Discord.
Start buying stock, Discord stock.
Oh, sure. Microsoft is not the only company that has expressed interest in Discord. Amazon was also one of them, as well as Epic Games, which really there's no surprise there. Personally, I don't think Microsoft acquiring Discord would be a good thing because they acquired Skype many years ago, and Skype has since, yeah, Skype's not in a good place.
No, it's dying out.
So Microsoft cashing out to buy Discord would probably be a bad thing. Of these three, if I had a personal choice, it would probably be to say Epic Games be the one to buy them, just because Epic actually has probably more of a background to actually implement something good with Discord, and Amazon would just be like the worst possible choice right now for me because Amazon owns everything, anyways.
That's what you call a monopoly.
Yeah,
Well, I guess we'll just wait and see.
indeed we will. But something we don't have to, well, something we do have to wait to see, or at least
Oh,
get more information about, is
okay.
some of the cast choices for The Witcher Season 2 on Netflix.
Ooh. You mean like new episodes, right? Not
Yeah.
recasting
No.
characters that we already fell in love with?
The actual cast of characters. There are several prominent characters, such as Graham McTavish. He previously voiced Dracula in Netflix Castlevania series. He has signed
Yes.
on as Dij Dij
What's that name again?
Dijkstra. There's a few too many consonants right there for me to pronounce that
You want to
properly.
try that again?
Not really.
You're worse than I am.
Casey Clare, though, will take the role of Philippa Eilhart.
Okay, easier for you.
That
I'm
there's
gonna
a
pick on you.
few less consonants there. And Ajoa Ando, he or she evidently, I guess, played
You have
on.
never seen The Witcher? Are you familiar with The Witcher?
I am familiar, but I have not actually played it. I only know the bare bones of.
Have you read the books?
No, I only know the very bare bones of the story.
We
But
need to fix this.
Adjoa Ando, and I apologize if I am completely butchering your name, is cast as Priestess Nineki. So, yeah.
Okay.
Then Simon Callow.
I heard Simon Cowell.
Callow.
Oh, for a moment there, I was like, the
Yeah, I was
American
like,
Idol judge?
what? Is this Got Talent? Or America's Top Singer, whatever that show
Maybe
was?
it's Simone. Simone Callow. That would make more sense. I don't know. But there's Liz Carr, who's also going to be in this. Those two are going to be playing detective agency partners Codringer and Finn. Chris Fulton is playing the mage Reeds, and Kevin Doyle, who evidently was in Happy Valley, is portraying an original character, Lian, I guess is how you pronounce it. So yeah, several interesting
We need to
tests.
toss a coin your way and actually get you to enjoy some form of The Witcher, whether it's the game or the show or the books.
Well, I have a Switch, and number 3
Zombs
is
is
on it.
laughing. He knows I'm serious with this.
I got that. I got that reference.
Oh, Zombs!
I've wanted to play The Witcher, but I just know how long the game is, and
Yeah, and you've
don't.
played games that are long. Don't give me that.
Yeah, but it's a time investment. To probably properly understand the time investment would require I actually play more than just one game in the series.
This is true.
And I just don't want to make that time investment. Especially since a Japanese CEO is doing one of the most amazing things in the entire world come Friday. Anybody care to guess what he's doing?
Having a party.
No, giving everybody the day off
Oh, that's nice.
to go play Monster Hunter Rise.
That's funny. Is that seriously the reason?
Yes,
That's
it
funny.
is. They have
A little weird, but that's funny.
the CEO is Masaki Hiyama, CEO of VR developer Margon. He has issued a vacation notice to all the staff other than executives, informing them they can take Friday, March 26th off work to go and enjoy Monster Hunter Rise.
Is it a paid day off?
I have no clue, but he has named the vacation day Monhun Day.
It's funny. That's all I'm gonna say. It's funny.
A lot
Okay.
of the employees evidently were asking about having the day off to go play Monster Hunter because Monster Hunter is huge in Japan. So he obliged.
Okay.
Go live in Japan, Zombs, and you can have a holiday called Manhun Day.
I
And
may pick it up.
well, I am going to. I am going to get the game. Probably not on release day, but
But
in
you're not
our
very good at it.
I can learn. In our final piece of news, a rumor has popped up from Steam, of all places, in particular a user of Steam, where a Steam page for Streets of Rage 4 has potentially accidentally revealed a DLC character for the game. For those of you who do not wish to be spoiled, please just skip ahead again.
Otherwise,
But
too bad. You're getting spoiled.
yeah, but the name of said DLC character is titled as Streets of Rage 4 Mr. X Nightmare.
Oh God, that is a nightmare. No. Seriously?
For those of you who do not know who Mr. X is, he
Oh.
is the boss character from Streets of Rage 3.
Yes.
But at the end of that game, he actually dies.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh no. Really?
He comes back because his kids can't complete his work. He's just like, fine, I'll come back from the dead and I'll do it. You want something done right? You gotta do it yourself.
Zums, you have Streets of Rage 4. Have you completed it?
Yes.
Oh, I have it too, and I have yet to complete it, so I have to
Very
fix
disappointed in
that.
you.
Out of curiosity, Zoms, if this DLC comes to fruition, are you in?
Yep.
Okay, well, that does it for the video game related news. Zoms, I think it's time now for the anime news.
Anime itadakimasu.
Anime.
Oh my.
Y'all got intro.
Anyways, yes, there's some interesting things. I had mentioned earlier that I've been doing some studying, and something that a lot of people like to do is, with their studying, is they like to play music, such as like lo-fi, just beats to relax and study to. But Crunchyroll has its own playlist to offer. Um, uh, retro beats to relax and study to. Obviously, there's a lot of anime stuff. I would definitely recommend checking it out. I'm going to. Mhm, mhm. Also, Attack on Titan and a Mercedes-Benz collaboration. Mercedes has put Titan wrapped cars on display. And I'm gonna say, like, Mercedes cars, a lot of them look really nice, and these just look even nicer. For
I
those of
would be
you,
very disturbed.
for those of you who have the money, if you want to let your inner otaku shine bright while you're driving in a Mercedes Benz, you could have it in a Mercedes Benz that's wrapped with Attack on Titans.
That reminds me of the one time that I saw an SUV literally painted up to look like the cat bus from my neighbor Totoro. It was awesome.
That does sound pretty cool.
Sounds so wrong.
Also, while we're on the subject for this, what should you watch if you love Attack on Titan? This is something I want to ask people. Send your emails to us because it's almost end time for the Attack on Titan, the final season. Um, I want to hear your thoughts for listeners, or if you're brand new or whatever. Send your emails. Tell me what you thought of the anime as a whole. Which season did you like the least? What did you like the most? Just was there a particular part that you hated? I have a specific part that I hate, but I'll discuss that with the fans. And wow, what are we gonna do after Attack on Titans is over? What's the next big thing?
Play Monster Hunter Rise.
Or that? I'll
Nah,
give that to you. I
nah.
mean, it's a possibility. Maybe we can go do dungeons in World of Warcraft with Moxie.
Hey, that sounds good to me.
Or we'll just pick up a new anime, something to watch. Let's all get behind something and back it up. How about Rising of the Shield Hero? Because second season's coming out in October. It's been announced, and hey, let's go back that up. That looks like something that we could squeeze a few seasons out of. Anyways, I have mentioned this anime. I was told about this anime. I fell in love with it right away. This is another drama anime romance. It is. It even won awards.
Oh, hey.
Tonikawa, Over the Moon for You, has an OVA trailer, and it reveals August 18th release. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna go watch this. I have not seen it yet. I actually had to throw this in here because I found out about it today.
Who's late to the party now?
I'm fashionably late.
There you go.
Yep.
Don't listen to what he says.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I don't listen to him anyway, but that's saying something.
hmm
Hey,
Hey, hey, what? I'm just saying the truth now. Mama told me never to lie.
For the Demon Slayer
Hmm.
fans, if you're a fan of Nezuko, shows off her blood demon art in this new Demon Slayer figure. It looks freaking amazing. She's upside down and she's got like a hand out. Looks like she's like crushing something in her hands, and there's just the blood going all around her, and it looks freaking awesome. I want it.
The
Anyways,
gore
it's
factor,
out.
huh?
People go find it. Also, here's a name that I haven't heard in a while. Hikaru Utada. Um, Evangelion's film theme song dominates Japan's digital charts for now 2 consecutive weeks.
Huh.
The song One Last Kiss, the theme song for Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon Time, performed by Hikaru Utada was downloaded 32,987 times in its second week, keeping it at number 1.
So I have a stupid question here.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Is
Stupid
there
answer, what's
more
up?
than one Evangelion series?
Yes.
Because I actually didn't completely watch the first one then. And I wish I
Yeah,
had.
there's like I think there's like a bunch of movies too. There's a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have not seen it. I know all about it from what I've heard. Everybody tells me things, people have spoiled things,
Wait a minute, wait a
and
minute. Are you saying that I've watched an anime that you haven't?
you know what? I can watch a couple things and say that I know more than you do,
Wait a minute,
such as
wait a
like
minute.
let's say
That's
Star
not the
Trek.
point here. Have I actually watched one anime that you haven't?
You know what? I'm gonna point this out for the viewers. I'm gonna say yes, Broseph. There's something that you've seen that I have not seen, but you know what? You also watch a lot of things that we are not allowed to mention because it is inappropriate on this
Yeah, you
podcast.
do.
Yeah, Broseph, you watch a lot of that stuff, and I won't go there.
That bad,
Since
bad
when is
stuff.
Home Improvement on?
Moving on.
Trust me, just go to Reddit. You'll find something.
Here's a question for a bunch of people, and I want to know. In a recent post, only for the ReZero fans, only Subaru could have saved Beatrice. Is this true? There's a lot of hype about this part, especially with the ending with um, Beatrice and Subaru holding hands. It was great. So I don't know. He's just gonna, in my opinion, he's going to tease another girl's heart, as he's already doing it to one of my favorites, and I'm very upset at him. But yeah, that is my question for everybody. Send me your emails because I want to argue, talk about this
Argue.
with all of my anime
He was
friends.
not
Otaku
subtle with that at
unite!
all.
You shut up.
I'm never going to shut up, man. You still owe me.
You owe me some mead.
Do I?
Yeah. Anyways, and my final piece is this came out, and I'm really excited for this. It's a quiz for which character from that time I got reincarnated as a slime would be your best friend. This is a big anime. I love it. I think everybody should check it out. It is pretty hilarious and pretty interesting. Everybody go watch it. And we'll move on to my final part is birthdays.
Hey.
Anime birthday, happy birthday to you.
And many more.
I love it.
There you
Anyways, I was waiting to see what would happen. And anime birthdays, we'll start off with, here's a very popular one. This one caught my eye right away. Dorothy from Black Clover, March 21st. Great anime, great anime. Here's a popular one. This one I actually saw on social media quite a bit. Uh, I don't know if you would know this one, Brosiv, but maybe Moxie will. Cementos.
Who's it?
Cementos.
Cementos!
From what?
Yeah, Cementos! My boy Cementos!
My Hero Academia.
Oh,
Mhm.
no.
March
Lit-
22nd.
Anything concrete he can manipulate, which is actually terrifying if you think about most cities and how much concrete is used in everything.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
would be great in construction.
He's also got the funniest design. He's literally like a walking block of concrete shaped like a man.
It's like Grey Gumby.
Uh-huh. It so is. It's Grey Gumby.
Annie Leonhardt from Attack on Titan, March 22nd. Here's another. My Hero Academia is Ectoplasm, March 23rd.
Not a big fan of him. He's such a background character, but
Yeah,
Because he's from
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
I mean, he kind of fits the bill. He does clones of himself. That's his quirk.
yeah, kind of. Uh,
Kinda. It's weird. There's like more to it.
so here's another popular name from ReZero, starting life in another world. Otto, March 24th. This character actually has proven himself a lot lately. I like this guy. Here is Kasumi Yoshizawa, a video game character, birthday March 25th, from Shin Megami Tensei,
I was gonna say, I
Persona
sort of
5.
recognize that name.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you would. Would you recognize this name? Roy Mustang?
Yes, but I
Yeah,
can't
I
remember the
do.
game.
Roy Mustang?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't remember.
don't tell him. Do
What-
not tell him.
What game is this from, Moxie?
Actually, it's not from a game, is it? It's an anime character.
Don't tell him. Don't give him any hints. We've already talked about the anime tonight in this podcast.
Yeah, actually, he brought it up.
It's
Evangelion? Oh. I was gonna say, that doesn't sound right.
oh.
Well, come on, for the sake of argument, let me know what the anime is.
Okay,
No.
how about a hint then?
No, just tell me.
How
There's-
about we just clap our hands together in a prayer that he's gonna get this, right? Come on, Zombs, do the clap on webcam. That's your hint,
This isn't,
Broseph.
no, this isn't helping.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, okay. Well, I told you I haven't
Clap?
seen enough of it.
Clap. Put the hands together. Boof. You know? We shouldn't have told him.
Okay, now I remember the name from earlier in the podcast. Good grief.
This is actually one of my favorite anime. Birthday is March 26th, from Yu Yu Hakusho, Yusuke Urameshi. Next one, March 27th, another favorite from One Punch Man, Tornado of Terror, the older sister of Blizzard of Hell. And that's all that we've got for this week.
That's it? Are you sure?
Okay, I wanted to use this one. March 27th. Keep it again. I was gonna use this one next week. But Boruto Uzumaki from Boruto.
Yeah, you could have kept that one.
Okay. I wanted to start off that one. Now I gotta redo all my next stuff. Oh, I'll do this one. Okay, never mind. And that is all that we have for anime. Let's move on to this week's big topic.
Nope, sorry. We've canceled it this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just wants to win.
I said nothing of the sort.
Yeah.
But for those of you out there listening, it is time for this week's big topic. And as Zombs has suggested, it is an all-out fight to the finish. But you, dear listener, can join in on our big topics, even going so far as to suggest one for the future. If you would like to suggest one of our future big topics, just send us an email. Send it to nerdbreakpodcast@gmail.com. Over the past couple of weeks, we have been inspired by March Madness to create a bracket of video game characters and anime characters to duke it out against each other. The 8 contenders were Mega Man X, Vash the Stampede, Jonathan Reed, Doctor, Eraserhead, Saris Victoria, Jury, Pyra, and Goku. Now, in the first round matchup, we saw Mega Man X from the Mega Man X series versus Vash the Stampede from Trigun. In the ensuing fight, Vash the Stampede took home the win and moved on. Then we saw Dr. Jonathan Reed from Vampire up against Eraserhead from My Hero Academia. And again, the good doctor was the one that rose to the top. Moving along on the first round bracket, Saris Victoria from Hellsing versus Jury from Street Fighter. Saris took home the win as she snipered Jury without much trouble. Following up the first round, we saw Pyra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 beat Goku from Dragon Ball. In last week's second round knockout, Vash the Stampede versus Jonathan Reed, it came to the agreement that Vash the Stampede would move on as Dr. Jonathan Reed had better things to do with his time. And as for the battle versus Pyra and Saris Victoria, Zombs came to the decision.
Oh, that was
Pyra
a funny thing. That whole thing was hilarious.
Yeah, Pyra moved on. So today, in the final round, we have Vash the Stampede from Trigun versus Pyra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And I'm already ready to vote. So I don't think we need to make any arguments here. Right?
How did this all start? How did Pyra, Mithra, whoever the hell she is, how did she win in the battle against Saris?
That was a long-winded explanation that I would rather people listen to the previous podcast to be caught up. Plus, I'm still waiting for all the hate mail and hate comments saying that we have made very
They're
bad
coming. I will write you hate mail.
That's okay. I'll go on to non if you really want something.
But I think we get this battle underway because I think how we envisioned it happening was, sure, Saris is shooting bullets, Mithra is dodging bullets, and she manages to get in close and stabs Saris right in her midsection, and maybe Mithra fell right into Saris's plan as she tries to suck blood.
That was a good save there. I know what you wanted to say.
Zombs.
Yeah.
We've been over this, buddy. It's
and
Vash
then all of a sudden,
Pyra.
Whoever. And she's like 3-1. She's kind of cheating. And there's no blood.
Zombs. It's Vash the Stampede versus Pyra.
Yeah.
Winner take all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the conditions.
Y'all want some?
No.
Yes.
See, what you both don't realize here is the condition of this is who would win the date.
Whose date?
The popcorn gifts begin. Hey, I'm your judge and jury. I'm your inquisitor.
That's what you think.
Let me judge. Oh, is this a threat?
That's what
is
you
this
think.
a challenge?
No, that's what you think. So, Zombs, would you like to start off? Since you are arguing for Vash, I would assume.
I think we all are.
Well, come on.
Okay.
How would
Here's
Vash
how it's going to go
win?
down. Vash is going to win.
How?
Because he uses his charm.
But Pyra can just switch to Mithra and completely blow him off. Because she is not about that business.
All right, settling in with the popcorn. I'm good, boys. Go on.
He's not going to give up.
Okay, what's he gonna do?
He's going to roll for charm.
How much charm does this guy have?
He's got a lot of stamina. He's got a lot of charisma.
Okay, so a D&D a D&D sheet when you make a character, right?
Yes.
How much charisma do you think he dumped?
Oh man, probably all of it.
Mithra would smack him so hard, his brain would rattle in and out of his head.
He'd probably take it. The smacks, not the sword.
I didn't say anything about a sword.
Yeah, he would dodge like any lethal blows in a screamy kind of way.
Well, this is not going very far, very fast. We have Vash.
I'll tell you what though. He's having the time of his life.
What?
Yeah.
All I'm envisioning here right now is Vash the Stampede trying desperately to charm Mithra, and Mithra is just standing there looking at him like he's an idiot. As
That's actually how most of
That,
Trigun
that
goes.
that's exactly how the anime is.
That's how most of Trigun goes. Like you think we're joking.
Oh,
That's
I
how most
already
of
know. I already know you're not.
It is funny.
Well, so far, I don't see Vash winning anything.
You know what? That's exactly what the women in the anime said, and they're all chasing after him now.
Well, what's he gonna do?
He's gonna continue on. Hey, you know what? Vash is a hunter, and she's
Okay.
the prey.
Well, come on, tell us what he's gonna do next.
Probably
So
gonna.
basically, you're Vash, right? Is that what the illusion is here? The silence kind of says a lot.
Who
Yep.
Brosev? Brosev's Vash?
No, good grief.
Oh,
No.
sure, let's go with that too.
What?
I was gonna say you, but
I was gonna say like I don't think Brosev put like all of his points into charisma.
Well, in any case, Zombs, you are not making much of an argument here as to how this is going to go down.
What do you think? What else is gonna happen? What else would Mithra, Pyra?
Well, at this point in time, Mithra only has to walk away.
I think he's gonna follow her.
Okay, so he's gonna follow her, and she's gonna smack him again for following her.
He's probably gonna try to give her roses and stuff like that.
Okay, well, you might just be starting to get through to her. She might start be blushing here just a little, but she's gonna turn around and still keep walking.
this
yeah?
just in, listeners. This is the dating simulator ASMR, brought to you by Nerdbreakpodcast. And now back to regularly scheduled program.
You're about to break me. You realize that, don't you?
I know, it's great. I'm seeing you like melt down on webcam, and it's like, ah, yes, the angst. It's delicious.
I
Exactly.
also
We're dying.
I'm also curious here as to how jealous does Mithra get? Does she have to be
Ooh,
the center of attention?
actually, that is actually one of her character flaws. She
Oh,
kind of
here
has to be.
we're getting to somewhere. I'm gonna say, upon getting smacked away and getting up in order to come back and attempt to sway her some more, he's gonna notice a downed, hurting Saris and probably start giving her attention.
Oh,
There's
and you know what?
Dad.
Saris is she can be really cute and really shy and nervous and awkward. So you know what?
A sec. Saris isn't in this. She's dead.
She is now.
Is she
Hey,
dead?
and just to
Is
let
she
you
dead?
know, Dr. Jonathan Reed is gonna butt in and be like, "Nah, this is my girl."
This is devolving so horribly.
It's great.
And you know what? I mean, if
Your
Saris
brain is
or
off.
if she's getting treated and attended to, and Mithra is gonna see this and she's gonna get upset. She's already walking away. Now she's gonna get upset. She's gonna get jealous. I think
She's gonna get upset, that's for sure.
I think she's gonna angrily stomp away out of this fight.
No, actually, she probably would turn on Vash and try to kill him.
I mean, just like all the other women in the anime, they try to kill him at first.
Well, come on. If Mithra is trying to kill Vash, what's he gonna do?
He's fast enough to dodge bullets himself. So, like I said, he'll take hits from women, but lethal blows, he'll dodge them in a panic.
Oh.
He panics a lot.
He does panic a lot.
Well, Mithra might switch to Pyra and light him on fire then.
He might lose his clothes and make it worse. She'll make it worse for herself because he'll still attempt to marry her.
Ooh, Mary. Well, Pyro would be very embarrassed at this point in time if Vash lost his clothes and would probably offer him other clothes.
Mm,
a
mm,
cup of tea.
mm. Oh, nice. That's usually signs. That's like a date right there.
No, because then Mithra would switch back over and smack him, and then walk off again.
Like and subscribe for more dating simulator podcast.
I see. I don't understand how Vash is losing here.
Well, he's certainly not winning.
We're not sponsored by any kind of love store
Uh,
Huh?
or Funimation or Crunchyroll, but we would like to.
Oh man, that would be great. If I can get a job at any of those places, I would
I know,
stop
right?
medical school.
I have a question here. Does Vash have any more tricks up his sleeve? What tricks does he
I
use?
mean, he could like make a gun come out of his arm.
That doesn't help. What else does he got?
Really good hair.
This is not helping in the least. What kind of stuff? How does he get women to chase him?
I mean, he's a tall, charismatic,
He's a
blonde-haired.
himbo.
Yeah.
He's a himbo.
All right.
Just like my half orc is a bimbo, I guess. Would that be female?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Or
I have a question.
bimbo?
Then one last
Something like that.
question. Moxie,
Yeah.
you are the moderator.
Yes.
Have we stated enough that you think we can vote now?
Yes.
Okay. Then, who would like to vote first?
I'm gonna vote last.
I vote Vash.
I vote Vash.
What?
And I vote Goku. Everyone have a good night. Like and subscribe.
Yay!
If you like more of this content, because we love you.
Bye, everybody. I'm Zombs.
I had that all set up. I was hoping you would do Pyra and I could do Goku and you'd really die.
Nope, sorry, I voted Vash. For
Well,
one specific reason.
hmm.
When it comes right down to it, Vash would probably get through to Pyra more than Mithra. And I kind of figured that at some point he would push just hard enough in the right way if he was smart enough to figure out some of their weaknesses, their emotional weaknesses. So a fight would never actually happen. Mithra would probably want to kick him in the face, but Pyra and Mithra are both actually physically tied to Rex, so they can't fall in love with someone else. Something I didn't tell you guys. There's actually a portion of Pyra and Mithra that is imbued in Rex. So without Rex around, they can't die because Rex is actually part of them. But in any case, the fight would never actually happen because Vash would be all love, peace, and war garbage.
Love and peace.
So either he would sit down with Pyra and actually have a halfway decent time because Pyra is like almost like a motherly type character that's very sweet and kind, and Mithra is the exact opposite, stubborn, hard-headed, and wants to kick somebody in the face if they drive her too far insane. So yeah, I just figured, Vash is going to ultimately win this because Mithra is either going to walk away or Pyra is just going to agree with Vash and the fight's never going to happen.
And that's why Goku wins.
Goku can't win. Got killed by Mithra.
That's what you think. That's what you think.
Yeah, I see no way. I mean, if Goku had won, I see no way of Vash beating Goku. One, Goku's a dude.
What does that have to do with it?
Two, bullets would like bounce off of Goku, even if Vash pulled out his third gun and like shot a moon destroyer at Goku.
Oh my!
He'd probably like punch it up or something like
I
that,
mean,
and then it would hit the
okay.
moon.
Next week is our losers bracket.
Yeah, could be fun.
Losers
think,
bracket free for all. Everybody that got knocked out in the first round gets to duke it out to see who the best
Oh
loser is.
god.
So stay tuned for next week where Goku, Mega Man X, Eraserhead, and Jury all get to beat each other up.
Like and subscribe for more weird dating simulator ASMR like this turned out to be.
Mm.
Are we content with how this awkward situation just fell apart,
Oh,
everyone?
I'm amused. I'm tickled. Like that was
I'm
hilarious.
tickled. Yeah. I would like to hear what the viewers have to say. Send us your emails. Or if you
You
don't,
know
I'm
Saris
going
was
to
gonna win anyway. Come on, like and subscribe and say that Saris was gonna win.
Yes, everyone. Don't forget to send us an email. Tell us how outrageously horrible our choices in deciding how this fight would have gone are. Let us know who you would like to see in the next bracket that we do in the future, because this is going to be a thing. Tell Zombs how much he needs to watch Evangelion.
I'll tell myself. I will send myself an email to the podcast.
That is cheating.
Or it's a reminder.
Well, that does it for this week's big topic and this week's podcast. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. If you enjoyed it, like we've said way too many times, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe here on YouTube, send us an email at nerdbreakpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. But as always, on behalf of myself, Zombs,
That's me.
and Moxie,
I'll just finish this popcorn on my own if you guys aren't gonna have some.
stay safe, everyone, and we'll see you next time.